Assalamu alaikum, welcome to my channel, and if you're an old subscriber, welcome back. Today is another one of my monthly makeup edition videos, which has been like my little baby, something that I kind of dreamed up of and wanted to carry out, and I'm actually really happy to say that although it's only been 2 months, it's really helped me to not buy a ton of makeup, because I won't go too into it. I will not go too into it because my last video was pretty long. It was around 20 minutes and I want this one to be 10 to 15 minutes, something a bit more manageable. But when you're just using the same makeup for the whole month, you just don't have a desire to pick up loads more makeup because you just are like really trying to use up those products and trying to like think, do I like this, would I recommend this, and you just become more like invested in the products you already own, and it's basically a way of shopping your own stash. So I used the same makeup bag this month as I did last month, even though I said it was a little bit big, but that's fine. And for the majority of the month, my base of the month, I'll start with the base, was the NARS Pure Radiant Tinted Moisturiser in the shade Saint Moritz. Now this is definitely like more of a summer shade, especially when I first put it on. As you'll see in the clip, it looks super orange, but when I blend it out, the orange tones kind of go away and it looks a bit more olive, and I definitely have appreciated the warmer tones. As you'll know if you watched my last one, I was wearing a slightly lighter foundation, and yeah, I definitely am ready to embrace springtime. I'm ready to embrace the warmth, and this has definitely been helping me to do it. I love this base. I actually have a backup of it. That's how much I adore this, and as you can see, I've nearly finished this tube up. It's a generous amount of coverage for a tinted moisturiser, but it still makes my skin look like skin, in my opinion, unless I want it to look a little bit extra. Like today I've gone for more of a full glam look, as you can see with my highlighter and the rest of my face products, but this can look like really lovely skin on a day-to-day basis, and that's what I've been loving it for. And I can apply this with my fingers. Today I applied it with a brush, but you can definitely apply it with your fingers, and it makes my face match my hands, which is another big plus. So yeah, loving this. Will definitely repurchase it again and again because it's something that doesn't get old for me. Now my concealer duo of the month has been the Makeup Forever 5 Camouflage Cream Palette and the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer in Custard. Now this was a TK Maxx bargain. I got it for like half price. It was like £12, and I was so pleased to pick it up. It's got 5 shades in here, and I can actually pretty much use all the shades. This one is probably a little bit too light, but I really like the green one for colour correcting around my nose, especially when you're wearing more of a tinted moisturiser, not a medium coverage or full coverage foundation. It just helps to colour correct the redness, and this shade here has been my go-to for my under eyes. The only thing I would say is it's not quite as creamy as I personally prefer. It doesn't beat my Soap and Glory one, which is quite surprising. That is like £10 to £12 full price, and this is like £25 full price, I believe. Yeah, I like it. I will use it up definitely, but I definitely prefer something that's a little bit more creamy and a little bit easier to apply in that delicate area, and I think it does an okay job. Today my under eyes are not looking the best that they've been looking, to be honest, and it's because of the brush I used to set it with. That was a silly mistake. But I don't love this combination completely. I'm not sure if it's because the corrector isn't strong enough. I do like the concealer, but yeah, this is okay. I'm not sure if I pick it up again at this point though. Now the concealer has been raved about by absolutely every single beauty YouTuber out there and pretty much every single blogger. I've got 2 shades of this. This is in the shade Custard. I also have Ginger, which is like a good match for my skin tone. I really like this, and I can see why people really like it. For me though, it's a medium coverage concealer, so if you're one of those lucky people who don't have dark circles, then you will absolutely adore this. It goes on beautifully. It's really creamy, as the name suggests. Not quite as creamy as a Kevin Aquan, but definitely creamy enough where if you have more of a drier under eye, it will still work really nicely for you. It blends out beautifully as well, which I absolutely love. And the colour Custard is perfect for me. It's definitely brightening enough, but not too brightening where it looks like too stark or over the top under my eyes. So I am a fan of this. I don't think I'd rush out to buy it again though, because it's about £20 odd. I'll leave the price somewhere here for this one tube, and this tube tends to last me 2 to 3 months at max if I'm lucky. So for me, in terms of value for money, it's not the best, and also I do prefer a bit more of a fuller coverage. I like it, I definitely will use it up, of course. It's a beautiful product, but if you are somebody who has darker under eye circles like I do, I don't think it's the best concealer out there. Now, to set my under eyes this month, I've been using the Kat Von D translucent powder. No yellow powder for me this month, and I like it. I've probably got about, I'd say about half of it left, so I've gone back to baking because, as you know if you watched my last one, I didn't have to bake last month because of the concealer I used. This month I definitely did. The only thing I would say with this is that although it says translucent, it's a little bit white on me, and if I don't use a facial spritz over the top, I feel like it looks really kind of powdery and ashy on my skin. I won't be picking this up again because I don't love the way it looks overall, but I think mixed with the yellow powder it looks really nice. Okay, moving on to the eyebrows. To be honest, I haven't been sticking with like one product, but the new thing I've been using is the Benefit Goof Proof brow pencil, and this is in the shade 6, which is the darkest one that they do. I got this in a magazine when it first came out last year, and it's kind of got that sort of funky triangular diamond tape shape. I actually like this pencil. I like how it's not too pigmented, but obviously it's a little bit dark for me, as you can probably tell right now, so I like it. I don't know if I spend like 20 quid on the actual pencil, probably not, but it's a decent pencil for sure, and it lasts a decent amount of time. And then I've also been trying to use up that Colourpop pencil that I talked about in my last month's makeup bag. Alright, and then moving on to the cheeks. Now for blusher this month, I've been switching between two. The first one is the Illamasqua blush in the shade Lover, and it looks like this. It's a beautiful peachy pink shade, and I picked this up like maybe 2 or 3 years ago now. It's been a couple of years when they had this on sale, and I have to say it was a bit of a regret that I purchased this, only because it just doesn't look flattering on me. If I just show you a swatch, it's very light, but when I try and build it up, it just ends up looking quite orangey on my skin. And because I've got olivey undertones anyway, it almost clashes a little bit, and it looks like my bronzer has gone pretty badly wrong. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do with this because it's pretty old, so I think I'm going to have to chuck it out. The other blusher I've been using this month is the Bodyshop blusher in the shade 07. Now finally, the Bodyshop is ethical. It's not owned by L'Oreal anymore, which is such great news because for a while there it was for a good few years, and I wasn't going to buy it if it was the money was going to L'Oreal. Just don't agree with that company at all. But anyway, this is the blusher in the shade 07. It's absolutely beautiful. On first glance I thought it would be similar to Lover, but as you can see it's definitely not. It's definitely more of a light pinky shade. Lover is very much a peach shade, and this is 07 from the Body Shop. It's much more pink, much more wearable, and much more flattering on my yellowy olive skin tone. Really like this. It doesn't have as much product as the Illamasqua one, and it's got a little bit of shimmer running through it, which I actually do like, and I would pick this up again because it's a beautiful shade. Definitely recommend it to all of you guys who have a similar skin tone to me. Okay, for bronzer this month I wanted to go for something a bit more high street, and I went for the Topshop bronzer in Mohawk. It looks like this. This is pretty much my all-time favourite bronzer. I actually like it more than Hoola, I like it more than Laguna, because it's just so flattering for my skin tone. And unfortunately I think that they're discontinuing this because I've seen it in TK Maxx quite a few times. I've actually got 2 backups of this, that's how much I like it. I know that's excessive, but that is honestly how much I like it. It's perfect. So if you see it in TK Maxx and you've got a similar skin tone to me, pick it up. It's matte, it glides onto the skin beautifully. It just gives you a really believable warmth without you looking orangey or muddy at all. So yeah, I really am a huge fan of this. It's a shame they're getting rid of it, but I'm stocked up for quite a while. And then for my highlighter, I wanted to go for something that I've been loving for a while now, and it's of course the Fenty Beauty Kilowatt highlighter in the shade Me Money and Hustler Baby. So I went in with Me Money first of all on my face, on my tops of my cheekbones, down my nose, and I absolutely love Me Money. It's perfect for day to day, for like a school day, a working day. You cannot look over the top in it. It's just got a beautiful natural glimmer and sheen. And then of course Hustler Baby is like the star of the show. It's so many people's favourite highlighter of all time because it's just got this beautiful sort of yellowy iridescence to it, but it's very wearable for light to medium skin tones. So Hustler Baby is definitely one to look out for if you're looking for a new highlighter, but as a duo I think they're absolutely perfect, especially for like the working woman who doesn't want to look OTT. Like this to me is OTT for work. Like I don't think I could rock this shine for work every day, but for the weekends Hustler Baby is perfect. Otherwise Mean Money suits me just fine. Okay, going on to the lips now. The one lip liner I've been using this month is the Colourpop X I Love Sarah E Lippy Pencil in the shade 951. This is one of her deeper colours. I've swatched it on my hand here. I'll obviously show you guys me applying it as well, and I really do like it because it's much deeper, so you can definitely slightly overline the lips. It gives a lot of definition, and with more a nudie lip shade it just makes your lips look fuller without putting a lot of effort in. I thought I wouldn't like it as much as I did because it comes out quite dark, but actually lip colour that I've been wearing on top, which is the Colourpop Ultra Blotted Lip in Zuma, has meant that it just makes a perfect pairing. I'm wearing it today. What I really like about Zuma is it's an ultra blotted lip, so the formula is really lightweight and it doesn't feel too heavy or too chunky on my lips. The wear time on it is not amazing, but I can't really complain because it applies really beautifully. It leaves a really nice colour, and again it's very work appropriate. It's not over the top, it's not too pink, not too red, not too dark. It's just a nice everyday shade. So these two are a budget duo and they work really well together. Okay, last but not least, let's move on to the eyes. So the eyeshadow palette I've been using is a custom one that I made with Colourpop. I've been meaning to talk about their single shadows for a while now, so I'll just talk you through the shades I used. In the crease I used the shade IOU, which is like a medium orange tone. It's really nice. It works really well for medium skin tones because it actually shows up. And then on top of that I used the shade Cutouts, which is more of a pinky warm tone shade. Again, really beautiful and really nice combo with the orange one. And then on a smaller brush I took Top Notch, which is a beautiful deeper red colour, and it just looks absolutely lovely. It's like totally my type of shade. I absolutely love these kind of red shades. I have all of the ABH ones, all of the Makeup Week ones. They're really lovely. And my star of the month has been, sound like I'm at school, but my star of the month has been High Strung, which is like a really pretty foiled rose goldy brown shade. It's beautiful and I've got this all over the lid today. It's absolutely stunning. And then on a smaller brush I've taken the shade Ringer, which is as you can see an absolutely gorgeous silvery tone shade all over my inner corner. So I've absolutely been loving those shades. As you can see, the tones are pretty similar from what I picked out. They look really pretty. Formula wise, I don't think these are as good as ABH or Makeup Week, but they're not far off, so I think you get what you pay for. They're the cheapest out of the three, and I think the pigmentation is really nice. They're just missing a little bit of richness and creaminess that the other two brands have, but these are really nicely pigmented. They blend really well, they blend together nicely, and they last pretty much all day. So I actually do really like these. I rate these, and I would pick more shades up with these, which I have done, as you will see in an upcoming haul. Right, now my eyeliner, I don't know where it's gone, but as Aisha Begum would say, it's completely shambolic. It's the e.l.f. Intense Ink Eyeliner. It's absolutely not intense in any sense of the word. It's supposed to be black. It takes ages to build up. It takes a good 2 to 3 layers to get it to look like this, and it's just a bit of a hassle to use in the morning because of that. The brush isn't great either. It's not particularly thin or precise. I'm not going to pick it up again. It's not worth the money for me at all. And finally, the mascaras of the month for me have been the Essence Lash Princess Mascara, which I really like. My lashes are pretty short, pretty non-thick. They don't give mascaras a lot to work with, so they're not the best, but this has been doing a good job. And this is the Essence Maximum Definition Volume Mascara, which I do really like normally. This is my new tube. I think with my old tube I had it for so long, which I know you're not supposed to do, but because it was slightly dried out, it worked really well. This is a newer tube, so it's slightly smudged under my eyes today, which is a bit unfortunate, but this is nice once it's dried out. So these two are really budget. They're both under £4 each, and they work really well together. Okay, my battery's going, the lighting is going. I'm just relying on my box light now, so I'm going to wrap this video up. I hope you enjoyed seeing what was in my February makeup bag. If you tried any of those things, let me know down below. Give it a thumbs up and hit subscribe before you leave. I will see you in my next video. Bye!